Welcome to Raleigh, North Carolina, Carter Finley Stadium and home to the NC State Wolfpack. As we'll see a squad from the Pac-12, the Washington Huskies, facing off with another team from the Pac-12, the NC State Wolfpack. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. NC State will kick off and that'll get things underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Huskies offense will have first crack at this one. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box, they can take it outside, they can both catch the football as well. So no doubt the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible and just let him go to work.
And he's brought down after a nice game. The offense setting up shop at the 46, first and 10. Williams will pass. Pulls it in, it's Williams. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play you. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your playbook for the rest of the game.
And when these quarterbacks run these zone reads or read options, whatever you want to call them, they have to put their eyes on a certain defender, and they're reading him, and basically you can't be right. That's what makes it so hard to defend, because if you do one thing, he's going to do the other. You do the other thing, he's going to do the other. So good luck stopping.
Gonna run it. It's Coleman. Got enough for the first down and wants more. And he's brought down after a nice game. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. They've got him looking run, but they're going to throw it. Unloads to the right. He got it. Can White cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. And the Huskies started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. They want to throw it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies.
Well, they wanted to turn the page after losing their last game, so how about you come out in this one? On the opening drive, you march the entire field and you put 6 up on the board. You can't start a game better than that.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So NC State's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass in coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group...
Gets away from one, finds room. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
It's so hard to tackle these fast guys in the open field. And you see when you duck your head and you're going to try to hit somebody, you can't see him anymore. Ducks his head a little bit. Next thing you know, broken tackle, guys getting extra yards.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Scanning the field, it's Bailey. Right on the money. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield. You saw that right there.
The Wolfpack with a lot of options on second and short. Might be changing the route. Back to pass on second down. Looking to take a shot. He makes a grab. And he will score! Touchdown, NC State! Extra point here will tie the game. And they tacked on the extra point. The defense just lost track of him. There's no other explanation. I've got to assume they knew he was in an eligible position.
Or it was just ridiculously good scheming on the offense, Reese. I mean, just an unbelievable job of getting your guy wide open.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. It's complete to the right. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
That's a really good-looking throw right there, and that was a tight spiral, too. You guys remember the great Washington Husky quarterback Warren Moon? I don't think anybody threw a more pretty ball than Warren Moon did. Tightest spiral I've ever seen. That right there reminded me of old number 1.
Catch in the middle, it's Boston. Nice pickup there, gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. We'll see if they have enough time to get another snap before the clock hits 0. After that tight first quarter, this second period ought to be a lot of fun. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Williams looking for a man. Got his man quickly. The Huskies can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster?
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is on the ground for like 30 seconds? You got 17 guys running at it, slow motion. Like, I got to get the football. Offense, very lucky to get that football back.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Finds his man. It's Williams. Stopped right at the 42-yard line as this defense forces a fourth down. Washington sends out the punt team. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Making sure there's no return on that one as the punt sails out of bounds. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. They evened things up the last time they had it. The defense helped them out and a chance to go on top with this drive. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Looking down the middle. Makes the grab. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll leave it with him. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. North Carolina State defining efficiency on this drive. Pulls it in. It's Grimes. He's run out of bounds, and they'll say he stepped out at the 27. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. Gets the back moving. Grabbed behind the line. It's Smothers. They get him out of bounds right at the 5-yard line, and that one might have saved a touchdown. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. Great job in the base defense making a play.
You can't afford to squander these opportunities once you get into the red zone. Twice they've been denied. Here's 3rd and goal. And while the pass is incomplete, the flag is down. I think that was a free play for this offense. Defense was in the neutral zone.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides in the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, Coach, and the second one, usually he takes down the game.
He's got the tight end. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. This is a really big play for both teams. 4th and goal from the 2. Wilson to pass. Touchdown, Wolfpack! Fitted in the window for the score.
And I like the decision to go for it. I think a lot of people probably thinking this close to the goal line, 4th and goal, they're going to power it in. Nice job. They had this play ready. They go with the pass. Nice throw, nice catch. Huge job and huge execution on 4th down.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. That's caught. It's Coleman. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. Back to pass. That's caught. It's Coleman. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. Terrific job not just settling for the negative play and getting it to the running back.
Yeah, and you're supposed to go through your progressions, and you're obviously wanting to tap down the field and make a big play, but a lot of times when you dump it off to the running back, he can make something happen. And you're right, get something positive out of it instead of taking a sack.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. 2nd time today they've been forced to punt. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Makes the catch. It's Smothers. They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. NC State quick to the line. Wilson will throw. Moving out of the pocket. Turning it on. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back. He's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick them up and put them down, and I'm faster than most of your other guys, too, so good luck stopping me.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Trying to escape and get it himself. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Marking at the 17, and they are set up. The offense will have to use its 1st timeout of the half. NC State at the line with the 1st and 10. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Looking to scramble. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line? Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. back in motion, try to clear the picture. He wants it all. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be third down.
And perfect timing. Got there right when the ball got there. Didn't get there a little bit early. Saving the touchdown. Nice timing by that defense.
Give him 6. Touchdown, Wolfpack.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. They march 58 yards for the touchdown on that one, and they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Looking for room, it's Coleman. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. One snap coming before they head to the locker room. Pocket breaking down. Got him downfield. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, one of the best environments in the game, and Raleigh has given us a fun first half. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W.
NC State sending the offense back onto the field. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Zings it complete to the right. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. NC State comes to the line to deal with third and short. Looking to throw, it's Bailey. Quickly out to the tight end. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
The Wolfpack put themselves in a hole here on second down. Motion from the back. Caught in the backfield, it's Smothers. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. NC State comes to the line to deal with third and short. Looking to throw for it. Just a short pass to the tight end. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. North Carolina State defining efficiency on this drive. The give on the option. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
On the run, it's Smothers. Just moved the tackle and still on his feet. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice gain before the defense is able to stop him. NC State comes to the line to deal with third and short. They'll try to bully their way for the first. They thought they could just run it on third and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. Would have just been a 49-yard field goal try, but they're hungry for touchdown, so they'll try to move the chains on fourth and short. Got it in the middle, it's Rogers. Wolfpack will get the first down. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. Out of the gun, the inside give. Breaks into the open. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. NC State might think about going for a big one on second and short. They'll give it to the back. All ball down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Well, I think you're seeing the mental approach this offense is taking now. With a nice lead here late in the third quarter, they're satisfied to just run the ball and chip away at this clock. This has been a really good-looking drive. Plenty of plays. They're staying on the field. They're bleeding and ticking this clock away. Nice job there getting it done on the ground.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Back to pass, it's Bailey. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. It's complete. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a first and goal.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Can the D deny them on second and goal? Looking to fire. Starting to feel a little pressure. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, North Carolina State! No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
Off the play fake on first down. The throw. It's complete on the right side. Oh, he's got some space. A huge play there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Pulls it and fires to the left. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the third quarter. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Williams will pass. The sure hands, it's Boston. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him. Put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Shakes off the defender. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. Washington coming to the line with another first down. They'll give it to him again. They'll give him maybe one on the play. It's down to the 20.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going. It's squarely falls.
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
And how about this defense taking care of business? Keeping that guy under 200 yards is a heck of a day. Their offense has obviously done their job too, and this has been an absolute beatdown.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort.
Now, I got to tell you, as an offense, moving forward in this game, third and long, you're going to have to push the ball downfield a little bit more. You got to throw to the sticks and give yourself a chance to convert these third downs.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. Into the end zone, and he will take it in. Touchdown, Husky. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. North Carolina State has it back on the offense, headed to the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
It's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out everybody right now on the same page.
Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. NC State comes to the line to deal with 3rd and short. To the air, it's Bailey. Here comes the heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And here comes the punt team. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Wants to bring it back. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. Starts a drive, trying to go up top. Finds a spot in the middle. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. And the Huskies want to move quickly.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You've got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quickly to the tight end. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4. Tempo and overdrive.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Wants to throw it. Spins away from the defender. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. Last completion got them a first down. Let's see what they do now.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
And he's knocked down immediately, but they're in the red zone at the 14. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Williams looking for a man. Quarterback adapting. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Washington.
Well, the offense did their part. You're just trying to apply some pressure on the opponent, right? Yeah, you're down right now, but if you can find a way to get the ball back with some time on the clock, they're within striking distance still to win this game.
And before they can kick it, the receiving team's going to call a timeout. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Got a man. It's Smothers. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Caught in the backfield. It's Smothers. Made a defender miss. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Calling a timeout here, you have to avoid making a mistake in this situation. They'll move the tight end. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And that's exactly what you would expect from this offense. Listen, when you're in that 1 to 2 minute range and you've got the football and you got a lead, it's smash mouth, it's keep that clock running, it's ground game. So interesting now on this 3rd down what they do next, but we got to keep that clock moving.
He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down.
And as an offense, that's just why you cannot get behind the sticks in these types of situations. 3rd in California is hard to complete and is hard to convert for anybody. And even though the running back is able to do something positive on that 3rd down play, it's just too many yards to gain, and now they're forced to punt.
Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8.
Timeout, NC State.
The Wolfpack will have to bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll call for the fair catch and make it at the 14, and they'll be backed up to start this drive. Got to get everybody lined up quickly, time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Williams will pass. Oh, they're after him. Ball is incomplete. Falls to the turf, and that's going to do it, and it went right down to the final play. It's one thing to execute early in